Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. Thought I'd do one of these types of videos. I haven't done one of these in a while. I'm actually thinking of changing up the format of the channel. It's just too much work. The type of videos I've been doing, I don't think some people understand the amount of work that goes into those types of videos, where I have to edit them a lot and put the music in, and I enjoy doing them, but I just can't do a lot of them. And I'd really like to start bringing more information. So there's this one channel, maybe some of you know of it, called Dabu77, and I like the format that he has, where he uses the screen capture program, which I finally got after almost 5 years. I can now record what's on my screen rather than point this camcorder at the screen. So I'm looking forward to that. But sometimes I just want to show you guys something I come across, an article which proves what we're doing here by accumulating real money as preservation of wealth. And you know, that can be quite boring, as a matter of fact. Silver and gold went up a lot today, but silver's been like in an 18 to 22 range, somewhere around there, for seems like a year. I mean, it's been quite boring, but I've just been accumulating. When we got down in the 18 point something, picked up, you know, 10, 20 ounces, whatever I can do. I just, long-term wealth preservation, that's what this channel's about. It's not about get rich quick. It's just about common sense. I mean, you have a Federal Reserve, used to be Bubbles Bernanke, and now it's Calamity Janet. But you've had them take the monetary base from $800 billion past $4 trillion. Common sense is telling you that we're going to have a lot higher prices, and we're going to be stolen from through a hidden tax called inflation. It's just common sense. Buying gold and silver is common sense, but you know, you kind of have to get into the alternative type news and information in order to find that out. You're not going to find it out on, you know, the mainstream. I know you guys know that, but there's just so much garbage on it. I don't watch television. I feel so liberated from turning off the TV. But that's not that I never will look at it. You know, my son has a couple cooking channels that cooking shows that he likes watching lately, so I've watched those with him. We'll watch Diner, Drive-In and Dives, or whatever it is, the guy with the white hair, Fieri. I mean, once in a while, you know, once a month, something like that. But that's about it. That's my television. At work, I hear all day long about Vampire Diaries and Once Upon a Time and Dance with the Stars and just all the stuff that, wow, I don't know how those people find the time for that stuff. But that's what's important to them. They don't know what's going on. Their government's taking care of the economy. The economy's getting better. We just heard that from the Fed chair. You know, everything's getting better. Yeah, you print a few $1 trillion up and you start pumping up the stock market and pump it back into the real estate market and the biggest bond bubble in the history of the world. Yeah, you start blowing all that stuff up. Looks like things are going real well again, but it's just all a facade. You know, beneath all this explosion of, you know, funny money, we have 1 in 6 people in the United States needing help from the government to put food on the table. I mean, that's insane. I just saw an article last week. 1 in, oh, I don't remember. It's like 1 in 3 grocery workers in the state of California is on some type of assistance. I mean, this is a recovery? I mean, come on. So, and that's part of the reason I haven't been doing a lot of videos, because it's all the same stuff. It's just all the same stuff going on. Just atrocities going on in Iraq right now. I was just talking to my brother who was in Iraq for a year back in 04, 10 years ago. And, you know, I was telling him, you know, well, you were over there in Iraq. I never felt like you were fighting for my freedom. That's not what it's about. I mean, they're just misleading all the American people and telling them that, you know, we're over there so we can be free and all this. No, it's not what it's about. It's about the petrodollar, and it's about resources and about other agendas that, you know, I don't even think some of us are privy to. But it's not what we're being told, so that's what we get. probably gonna have to cut this short. Took the family down to Disneyland. Geez, that was an experience. I've been there twice when I was 15 and 20, but my wife and 2 kids had never been there, so I went ahead, took them down to LA. The highlight of the trip for me was getting to Anaheim on, what was it, 7 gallons of gas? The TDI got like 47.6 miles per gallon. It was awesome. I'm so happy with that car. Got us down there. We drove all over. My wife's got an uncle down in LA, so we went cruised around Hollywood. But it was just, everything was just outrageously expensive, and it was almost $500 get us all into Disneyland. Whatever. Just to get my heels banged into every 5 seconds by a stroller. There's way too many people. It was an hour-long wait for everything. And somehow I'm supposed to get $6 more enjoyment out of Disneyland than my 5-year-old daughter, because adult tickets like $6 more. So anyway, that was a heck of an experience going down there. And you know, I just been working. I wish I could do more with this channel. I have so many ideas, but the way that you know, this might sound kind of strange to some of you, but I'm out here trying to make a living just like everybody else. I was watching some of my videos from back in 2010, 11. I've almost been doing this for 5 years. I put a lot of work into those videos. I used to read tons of articles, and I used to memorize tons of data, and I used to put it in these videos. I just haven't had the time to be doing that type of stuff anymore. I mean, I was making more money then too. I mean, I guess I felt like it was worth it. I almost make nothing now, because anybody, Joe Blow, can start a channel and put ads on his videos right away. It used to mean something to be a Google partner back in 2008, 9, 10. Doesn't anymore. I mean, now, where maybe 1 million people were splitting up all this ad revenue, you probably got 2-3 million people sharing all that ad revenue now, so I almost make almost nothing. If I put out more videos, I could make a little more, but I mean, that's not what this started out as. First few years, I didn't make anything, or first year and a half. I didn't even know. What first year, I didn't even know you could make money doing this. This is not what it started out as. But I found out I could make money at it, so I put more effort into it. I mean, I can't just devote. It takes so long to edit the videos sometimes and upload them. I mean, there was a period of time last year where I was probably putting like 30 hours a week into this. Maybe that was in 2012. I'd come home, like, put in 4 hours almost every day, and then on the weekends. So it was like 25, 30 hours a week. It's hard to do that for free unless you're rich, and you know, I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination. Just trying to show people and what I learned. Reading books back in 2004, 5, 6. I saw the crash coming, the housing market crash. I didn't see the '08 crash. I mean, I knew we were going to have a major downturn in the stock market at some point. Just like now. We're going to have a massive crash coming, everybody. It's coming. I don't know when. We're going to have $5,000 an ounce gold. We're going to have $100 an ounce silver, $200 an ounce silver. It's all going to happen. I don't know when, but I'm preparing for it now. I know that the stock market's going to crash again. The bond market's going to crash. Real estate's probably going to crash again. That's what happens when you blow up bubbles, and that's all that's been happening. I mean, we saw that in the tech bubble that blew up, the housing bubble that blew up, and now the bubbles are getting bigger. So I guess I'll stop, because I don't want to just keep going on. We've all heard the same stuff. My best advice is just to buy a little gold coin or buy a few ounces of silver whenever you can.